I saw like under the ground there was like some blue. That was like a texture glitch. That was funny. Ba, 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 bum, bum. Sorry, I had to read something. Die. Alright, you didn't die from Virginia, but you'll die from someone else. I can assure you. Charging headbutt. Ow. Gallows. I was expecting at least 100 damage, buddy. Wow, no one killed. I'm actually surprised. Alright, magic is the way to go. Magic with Virginia and then gunshot with everyone else. How do you cast magic on a horse? You must be incredibly skilled. How does Clive shoot while being on a horse? Or Jet, for that matter. Where, oh where is this volcano? I hate how much... Oh, I found it. How do you want me to get up there, though? Or like a little hill or something? Heck if I know, dude. Maybe on this side. There's like no way to get up there. You can't use tools in the map, can you? Yeah, no, because obviously square is search. How do I get up there? I can make the Laxaland just to recharge ECN. I feel like that's a Millennium Puzzle and that's not even the volcano. Because they said south and that's most certainly not south. Gotta be on like a different continent. I gotta be like using the Sand Sea and the Sandcraft and like getting to another continent. That's all I can think of. It's really weird not having any new releases to look forward to. Like very little. It's weird to me. It's good because I can work on my backlog, but at the same time it's weird to not have any like new games to look forward to. In like the foreseeable future, because also I plan to play Rebirth like day of release obviously, and I'm still excited about that. Really strange. Part of me likes having games to look forward to, but at the same time it's like, it's nice to play what I want, I guess. Somewhere that looks like a volcano. I'd be shocked if that wasn't a volcano. Yeah, I'd be willing to bet this is the volcano. I think. Actually, wasn't I here before and I couldn't find it because I didn't get access to it? Now, this is going to be really hard on figuring out the exact search spot. Wait, I think I found it. Alright, yeah, look at that. Dragon's Lair! Yo, I hope it is Lombardia. That'd be such a cool callback to Wild Arms 2. I really hope it is. Actually, it looks like you fall there, but lo and behold, you don't. Yeah, Second Story R, and also that Dragon Quest Monsters game I'm looking forward to. Those are like the only 2 games I'm playing this year. And the rest is next year. And next year, all I'm looking forward to is Rebirth. which I hope we get a release date for soon. Dude, that's like easily my most anticipated game. I cannot wait. Love 7 Remake. Basically, like, I'd be willing to bet the best game ever made. Quite literally. That's not what I meant to do. That is not what I meant to do. I forgot I would set the Kramer doll. So what if I'm, like, using these geysers to get up? That'd be kind of neat. Oh, finally I could start using Gatling again. It feels nice. I have an interesting question in chat that I think about all the time. What's a game franchise that you would want to see revived? I have a ton of them, but I'm really curious if there's any game franchises that were like hot in the day and like people are like, oh, I want to see them make a comeback, whether with a reboot or like a sequel. That's a question I'm curious about. I have so many answers to that question. Whether which they're gonna happen or not, and if they're realistic or not, is beyond me. But that's a good question to get some discussion going. Come on. Geyser. Oh, these hit me. Maybe if I like explode these or something? There's an idea, Nova. But yeah, my answers are obvious if you're following my channel. Like, Grandia, Lunar, Arc the Lad. Unrealistically, I would want them to make revivals. I feel like Grandia has the biggest shot, to be honest. I'm not saying a Grandia revival is likely, but compared to Lunar and Arc the Lad, Grandia got the HD collection. So I feel like, if anything, Grandia is most likely to get like a reboot. I honestly would be fine with a reboot or a remake for the first game. I would lose it. Grandia is like the most likely. Is it likely? Probably not. I'd be willing to bet that it is the most likely of those 3 franchises. And when it comes to like unrealistically, I want Lunar to be ported to the Switch, mainly. I want it to get the same treatment that Grandia did with the HD collection. It deserves it. But you know. Or Breath of Fire. A Breath of Fire, like, reboot would be neat, too. He says having only played, like, 1 Breath of Fire game, which I do want to do 3 at some point. Really soon, maybe. What games that aren't new releases you might want to try to play this year? I have a couple of options. Like I said, there's no game on the docket that isn't like Wild Arms 4 and the next FF game. And obviously I had to finish Star Ocean Last Hope before Second Story R comes out. I have games on the docket, but I don't know when I'll be able to start them. Trails from Zero is one of them. If it's going to be like the next thing I do is beyond me. But we are probably taking a Trails break. I don't see myself playing Zero super soon. But it's also not super far off. Other than that, there's a couple of Reduxes I want to do. Like games that I feel like I've either done on the channel and I want to update them, or just haven't played them on the channel. There's quite a couple I want to do. But who knows when I'm going to start them, because, you know, life happens. And I invested my time in the Wild Arms games. I could still back down if I wanted to and be like, I'm not playing them right now, but, I mean, I'm invested, so I kind of want to. But it's hard to not want to play other games, but I also want to keep playing Wild Arms. Bit of a double-edged sword there. No, it's fine. I said we're playing all 5 games back-to-back, and we're doing it. I'll have them all done this year if I keep going. Like, by the end of 2023, I would have played every mainline game. I'll be missing Alter Code F and XF, which I'm not too fussed about because I'll get to them eventually. Eventually might be next year, depending. At least Alter Code F. Alter Code F is higher on the priority list than XF. Because it's like a remake of the first one, and I want to see the changes. Please die, you dumb Drake. Please die for this. I'm trying to think though. In no particular order. This isn't necessarily the order of games I want to play. Do on the channel again or do them for the first time. But this is not necessarily the order. But these are like the games on my mind. Breath of Fire 3. Xenogears. Trails from Zero. And when I do Zero, I'll obviously do Azure immediately after. I'm gonna replay Lunar 1. I also want to do another Symphonia playthrough at some point. I don't know if that takes priority, or I want to do Legendia maybe as the next Tales game, if not Symphonia again. Trying to think what else. I feel like there's another I'm missing. The Trials of Mana remake is also somewhat high on the priority list. It's not like super high up, but it's up there. That's the way I came from. Gotta find some way to get to that chest. They want me to do something here, but I don't know. Oh, also, Arc Twilight of the Spirits is relatively high on the list, and also Memories of Salsetta. Those are just games that I'm like, oh, they're up there. Like, they're not super high up there, but they're on my mind. I want to play them. Also, replaying Persona 5 Royal, because my Persona 5 playthrough is very dated. So, I wanna get that touched up. Wait, this is where I came from? Hang on, so that might have not been an entrance. This is where I came from. Yeah, that doesn't confirm any order of like, oh, what playthroughs you're gonna be seeing. It's gonna really depend on my mood. Like, when I'm ready to start a new playthrough, it's gonna depend, like, oh, what do I want to play? Basically. Those are just a couple of games I have on my mind. I don't know why this dungeon is so confusing. I'm just really lost. I also might want to hit up a Gimblecorn, especially because I got one. Give me that good old save. Did I come up here? Am I making progress? Can't even tell. Yeah, I came up here already. Oh, that's that door I have to bomb. I didn't even see that. I only saw it because of the camera angle. Hi, do you guys, are you guys vulnerable to Devastate? It would make my life a heck of a lot easier if you were. Look, there's another game I forgot to mention that's really high on my priority list, but I cannot think of it. I named most of them. I named the mass majority of them. Boom goes to Dynamite, etc. There's gotta be some way I can use these guys just to get up, but I just don't know how. Maybe explode like where the geyser is? maybe I jump? I'm trying to think, like, what on earth would help? I'm at a loss for words. Give me another encounter. Maybe I can, like, freeze this with Gallows. Okay, I cannot freeze it. Maybe Gale Crest? I legitimately don't know what would help. Zero improves on combat from Sky quite a bit. I would hope it does. I don't know. Part of me is like, maybe I'll play Zero this year, but I also wouldn't count on it. Like, Trails games are long. And I'm not super invested in Trail. Like, I'm liking the Trails games, but I'm not, like, super invested in them. I need a break. If I play them really close to each other, then I'm just gonna get burnt out. They're way too long for me to want to do, like, a marathon of them. It's not impossible that I play Zero this year, but it's also unlikely. It's very likely I play some other stuff instead. Because I need a bit of a break from Sky. Well, just Trails in general. Like, after playing all 3 Sky games, basically back-to-back, I need, like, somewhat of a break. At least, like, 6 months or something. But time will tell. You know? I can't predict the future. Believe it or not, I can't predict the future. It's very possible that December comes and I'm like, I want to play Trails from Zero. Or it can be like, I don't know, next year or something I want to play them. It depends on my mood. If I'm going to play something like what is it? Viewer count and like what people want to see can have an influence on what I want to play. But at the same time, it's like, it's mostly whatever I want to play. I gotta be in the mood for it, because if I force myself to do a playthrough, it's not gonna be a good one. But anyway, I need to figure out how to do this. I have no idea how to do these geysers, though. Oh, that's not an ambush, that's just because I have no ECN. Actually, if I can escape, I'll just escape. I love that everything here is weak to light. Even Virginia's like taking out these Drakes would devastate pretty well. I don't think I do anything. I don't see anything that'll help. There might be like more doors to bomb and stuff. Alright, this is one. I can take one. One is fine. Yeah, also, to kind of help with the backlog, I was looking back and being like, I got a lot of Tales of and Final Fantasy knocked out. So it's also like, part of me, it's possible I use up that slot for something else, basically, after the next FF. It's very possible. Because I did it before because I was like, hey, I got such a big backlog. I want to make sure I'm knocking out a franchise or two while I have this big backlog, you know? But I was looking back and I really don't have many Tales of to do that I haven't played. There are also some that just aren't localized that I literally can't do. And Final Fantasy, more or less the same. Final Fantasy doesn't really have the localization problem, but there's just not many games I have to play. So at the same time, I'm kind of like, yeah, I can slow it down with them, you know? Get to some other stuff a little faster. Basically, what I'm trying to say is before there was a guaranteed for like, I think I've been doing that for like a year. Since like Tales of Arise released. I've been doing the whole Tales of FF switcheroo. I think it's been since Tales of Arise released. Because after Tales of Arise released, I did FF10, then I did Berseria. Then I did 10-2, I think. And then I did Destiny Director's Cut. So since Arise, I've been doing that. So like 2 years I've been doing it. And I feel like I knocked out a good portion of them. But basically what I'm trying to get at is now it's kind of, after the next FF, it's kind of no holds barred. I might be playing a Tales of a FF game, but I also might not be. Basically. Go down. So many games, so many franchises, I gotta like branch out, you know? It's a lot. It's hard having such a big backlog and also having a life. It's also tough because I want to like replay some of my favorites too. That it's been so long. How are you still alive? Also, I guess you're not weak to light. I don't know why I thought in my head that you were weak to light. Maybe I was thinking of another enemy. I know I was because I saw 1500 somewhere. Open. Thank you, Jet. Good job. Yo, heal berry, not bad. How many lucky cards do I have? I have 4. We can afford to use one for the boss. I'm still in the mojo of using a lucky card before every boss until I like literally can't.